today is, it seems old. Like, the packaging looks and feels incredibly old. I tried to do some research on it, and I couldn't really find anything about it. But I found this, like, buried in a really old, seedy-looking dollar store. And it seems like, my guess is that this is, like, early to mid-'80s, cashing in on the dying craze of, like, the Rubik's Cube. So what I have here is the inversion puzzle. You see we've got a little cube inside the box. We'll turn you upside down before you can turn it inside out. AKA, to quote GameSack here to just summarize it. Do you think you can get it inside mine? Over 351 trillion different combinations. I think maybe permutations is over 351 trillion ways. I think permutations is the word that you're looking for. See solution hints inside box. So it comes with, I guess, a pamphlet of some sort. The puzzle that will turn you upside down before you can turn it inside out. Each cube of inversion consists of blue and red faces. By sliding one cube at a time, the player attempts to conceal the red faces while revealing the hidden blue faces, ultimately changing inversion from one color to another. From Toys and Games International in Capitol Heights, Maryland. So, oh, there's even something on the bottom. Find your PQ level. My PQ is my puzzle quotient. Let's take a look at this. You solve it in under 20 minutes, you're a cheater. If you solve it in a week, you're a moron. If you can't open the box, it means you're dead. If you won't open the box, that just means you have common sense. Because who in their right mind would challenge the gods of the inversion puzzle? Also, Fandramon, I don't know how they calculated over 351 trillion ways. I don't know the math that they did. So let's open it up. I guess, is this the hint book? Okay. Inversion puzzle. Registered trademark. How old? This looks old, but like not old at the same time. Warning, this is a three-dimensional puzzle. Three-dimensional thinking is required. For solution, this is a very retro thing for them to put on there. For the solution, send $2 and a self-addressed stamped business envelope to Toys and Games International. Please allow 4 weeks. So this reads like something from the 80s, right? Like, for the solution, like, because $2 is, I mean, it was not a lot of money back then, but $2 was like, okay, that's, you know, a lot for a gimmick. Is this supposed to be the tips on how to solve it? This just looks like permutations of a hypercube. 8 corners red, center band red, 2 red bands, 4 pieces on opposite corners red. Alright. Maybe there's another... It said there's a hint book in here, right? See solution hints inside box. Unless the solution hints are to just slide, not to twist it. I don't want to damage it because I don't know how old it is. This could be... I mean, this looks really yellowed. Like, this... It seems like it's been sitting wherever it was there for a very long time. Oh, look at that. There's a... It also says Toys and Games International on the front. But that isn't that covered up by the... Yeah. That's covered up by the slogan. Okay, that's it. That's all you get in the box. And now, inversion is... Oh, I see. I get it. I don't get it. This feels really cheap. These corners are sharp as hell. You could probably cut paper with it. I'm convinced. Hang on. I need to find some paper. No, but you can definitely leave a mark in it. The pieces don't really want to slide all that well. Am I making progress? Am I doing it? I mean, now it's never going to be unsolved, or like pristine. It's never going to be red. It's never going to be blue either, because I can't figure this shit out. Where's my blue piece here? Oh, I know how to do it. Watch. You go around, and you go around, and now there's a blue stripe on top. I mean, this is decent, I guess. It feels very... It feels very cheap. What happens if I try to twist it? Okay, it just feels like it's gonna break if I do that. So I probably shouldn't. I shouldn't chance it. Honestly, I'm uncovering a lot of the blue just by absent-mindedly moving these pieces around. Like, I've already covered a substantial portion blue, and I haven't even really been trying to solve it. I've just been fucking with it while telling you guys that I bought it from a shady-looking dollar store where I might have been mugged. Now it's just going to look like shit. I'm going to have an unsolved Rubik's Cube-esque puzzle just sitting around my house now. People are going to come over and be like, "Oh, Draco, did you get a Rubik's Cube?" I'd be like, "No." What do you think I am, smart? What do you think I am, a nerd? Well, how come where's all the blue pieces for this side? There's none. This is a ripoff. I might be a cheater. I might just be a cheater here. I feel like this is a puzzle you could accidentally solve just by moving too many things around. Like, I've pretty much almost got one entire face done, and I haven't. Actually, I've got multiple faces almost unintentionally done. Not this one, or this one. I get the impression that, like, this top part that says Inversion and this bottom part were, like, the last pieces that were snapped on. Like, I'm kind of looking at... Let's see. Yeah, it looks like this top piece is just snapped on, and then they filled it up with the cubes. And in fact, if you look in there, you can see it's just like a little pipe thing. So the cubes just go around and around, and they don't fall out because they're always going to be caught by one side of one of these squares. So, I mean, it's a neat little thing. I'm not going to solve it live on stream because I'm not very good at cube-based puzzles, but you know, it is what it is. I found this at a dollar store, and it looked really old. So I was like, maybe it needs a nice home. I'll take it home, and I'll make a video about it. And maybe somebody out there who's watching this would be like, "Man, I had one of those when I was a kid." And I'd be like, "Did you ever solve it? How the fuck do you solve these things?" And they'd be like, "What are you, fucking stupid?" And I'd be like, "Yes, I'm the host of GatorBox. I don't host this show to think." It's stuck. The pieces are stuck. I can't move the pieces anymore. I kind of started getting back to where we were earlier in the stream, but that's the inversion cube puzzle. I mean, it's a neat little thing. Its motion isn't very fluid. It's very sharp to the point where it's not comfortable to hold, like, at all. It's extremely pointy. It feels like the item in the last level of Pugsy that you can't directly touch because it's just too spiky. So it's just that. But it's an interesting twist on, like, the Rubik's Cube, right? Like, thinking about all of the Rubik's Cube copiers out there that made imitation Rubik's Cubes, this is at least an interesting take on things. It's an interesting spin on it. And like I said, I have no idea how old it is, but it looks like it's from the 80s. This box is yellowed to hell. Toys and Games International. I had to double check on this. I thought that was the company that produced Uno, the card game, but it's not. There's very similar font used on the packaging, so I thought maybe I had a potential lead there with Uno, but nope. Yeah, I have no idea where this came from. I know nothing about its history. I just knew that I picked it up. Like, this is like classic. This is like classic GatorUNbox. This is like what I used to do like a long time ago before I started specifically buying like certain things with the intent to unbox them, is I would just find weird shit like this and I'd be like, huh, alright, I'll take this home and we'll make a whole video about that. So this is very classic Gatorbox of me. But that's the Inversion cube. I mean, I guess maybe you can find one on eBay. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where you'd go to get one. Not everybody has just CD dollar stores like I do. In fact, this was the only one I could find in the dollar store. So it's not even like it was supposed to be there. It was just like a thing on the shelf. And it was right next to some bootleg Uno cards, which made me think that maybe it was like related to that. I don't know, but there are some eBay listings for this, huh? What Electric Ray? What other cube can be a toy and a sharp-cornered projectile? I tell you what, not many, not many. Inversion cube. I didn't solve it. That makes me. Can't open it. There's not a puzzle quotient for can't solve it. It's just if it takes you 2 days, you're slow. If it takes you a week, then you're a moron. If you never solve it, it's a word that you can't say on Twitch or YouTube, probably for that matter. And it's something very 90s slang for stupid.
Too expensive on eBay. How much are they going for?
Did I find something rare?
Cool. Yeah, how much are they? There's one for $13.49 with free shipping. Well, that's just what somebody has it listed at. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's sold for that, but huh. Well, that's interesting then. This is maybe there's some rarity to this. Again, I know nothing about it. I just picked it up off the shelf and I was like, I could probably bullshit about this for a little while and make a video about it, and I did. And you guys just watched all of it. So thank you for tuning in to well, wait, hang on. The listing says it has 108 of them in stock. It must be new old stock. If they have new old stock, why are they selling them for $14 a pop? Why wouldn't you just start knocking them out at like 5? I don't know, that's weird. Who's got a... I found one, and there's apparently an eBay seller that has 108 of these things. You could buy 9 sets of 12 if you wanted to. Thank you for tuning into this episode of GatorUNbox. If you had one of these, maybe this brought back some cool memories. I don't know. But for me, I was never a big fan of Rubik's Cube stuff, so I'm not well suited to solving puzzles like this. But I still think it's cool, at least from a historical standpoint, just because I like old things, and this is like right up my alley. It's like a weird little knick-knack, a weird little toy that is way too sharp. That there's no warning not to give it to kids, but don't give this one to kids. I might have to send them to. I wonder what happens if. Well, I'm not just gonna send $2 to nowhere. Whoever's at this business in Capitol Heights, Maryland, I'll just send him $2 in the mail. If there's no way it's still Toys and Games International. But imagine it's like a bakery or something right now, and you just get $2 in a self-addressed stamped envelope, or like a note. I include a note saying, "I need the solution to the Inversion cube. Here's $2." Thanks for checking out this video by Gatorbox. To see more videos like it, please subscribe to the channel. You can also support this project financially at patreon.com/Gatorbox. You can also follow us at twitch.tv/Gatorbox to catch us live every Friday night at 9 p.m. Central Time for our main show. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.